Hey everyone. So in today's video, we're going to be changing the oil on this 2021 Toyota Sienna XLE. This video should apply for all fourth generation Toyota Siennas. So any Sienna after 2021, and today's year is 2026. So pretty much any Sienna that falls within that. With that, let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, now going over the tools and parts that are required for this oil change. Starting off, you're going to need either a jack or ramps. I have my Rhino ramps here. Then you're going to need 2 wheel chocks for the 2 back tires. You're going to need a torque wrench to torque down the oil drain plug. Then you're going to need either a 10mm socket or a Phillips head. And this is used to remove the access panel that will allow us to get to the oil drain plug and filter. Then you're going to need a 14mm socket for the oil drain plug. You're going to need a new oil filter. This is part number 90915-YZZN1. With that, you're going to need a new drain plug gasket. Sometimes these gaskets actually come with the filter when you buy it. The last one that I bought did not come with one, but when I bought this one, it did come with it. So you'll just have to make sure that you're checking on that. Next up, you're going to need a funnel. These funnels are really nice because they're made specifically for Toyota engines, and they just screw right on and it makes it really easy. Then you're going to need a oil filter removal tool. And what this does is it pretty much just goes right on the top of the oil filter and then allows you to twist it off nicely. Next up, you're going to need 5 quarts of 0W16. And then you will need a oil drain pan. And then I like to have gloves and rags handy in case there's a mess. So we're now going to drive the van onto the ramps. And if you want to, it is recommended to let the engine run for 2-3 minutes just to warm up the oil so that it is easier to drain. We just got back from a drive, so the oil is still hot. So it is ready to go. All right, we're up on the ramps. Go ahead and put the chock behind both wheels. Put one there. And one there. We're going to go ahead and pop the hood. All right, so the next step is we want to remove this panel. And to do that, there are 4 10mm bolts holding it on. As I mentioned, you can use a Phillips head or you can use a 10mm socket. I'm just going to go ahead and use a 10mm socket. This is the front passenger tire, just to kind of show you where it's at. And we'll go ahead and remove this panel. All right, so there's the panel. As you can see, there is a flap right here that will hold that in place, and we'll take note of that whenever we put it back on. But you can place this off to the side, and then here you can see the drain plug. All right, so for the next step, we want to grab our drain pan, and we want to grab our 14mm socket here, and we want to remove the oil drain plug. All right, broke that loose. All right, so there's that. We'll go ahead and let this drain, and then we'll come back. So while that's draining, what we'll do is we'll open up the oil fill cap here just to let some air down in there and to help get all the oil drained out. Open that up, and then we'll just pull this out to let some air get in there as well. All right, so while that's draining, we'll go ahead and get the oil drain plug all set up with the new gasket. We'll go ahead and wipe that off. Make sure there's nothing left on it. And then this is the old gasket. You definitely want to make sure that this comes off. Sometimes it can get stuck to the vehicle. And if that happens, you can usually just take a flathead screwdriver like this and kind of just get behind it and then maybe tap it with a hammer. Or you can use a trim tool and scrape it off as well. But you definitely want to make sure that this comes off with it. I definitely recommend you change these out every time. Sometimes people will use them again, but honestly, they're so cheap that it just makes sense to change it out. So I've got a new one right here. Once again, I'll have links in the description for all the products in this video. Go ahead and just insert that on there. And this is pretty much ready to go. All right, so we're down to a slow drip now. We'll go ahead and just clean this up here. We'll grab our drain plug with the new washer on it. Go ahead and thread that in. There we go. Clean that up. And then we have our socket. Just go ahead and tighten a little bit, and then we'll torque it down to 30 foot-pounds. Just that. And then we'll grab our torque wrench, and like I said, 30 foot-pounds. There it is, 30. All right, so now that the oil drain plug is on there, clean all that up. The next thing we need to do is remove the oil filter, and that is back here. I'll reposition the camera, and then we'll go ahead and take that off. All right, so it's kind of hard to see, but the oil filter is right here. The drain plug is back here, and then oil filter is going to be right there. So as I mentioned, we have this oil filter removal tool, and how that works is going to slide on the end like that. So here's the new filter, just to kind of demonstrate what that looks like. It's just going to slide on like that, and then we'll attach our wrench to it, and then we'll be able to twist that right off. So we'll go ahead and pick our tool, slide it onto the end. There we go, we're on. And then we should be able to just loosen that. There it goes. You just want to make sure you have the oil drain pan set up because it will start coming down. Once we get the oil coming, we'll let it sit and kind of drain for a little bit. All right. Oh, there it is. All right, so we'll go ahead and take that off, and then I will just loosen it with my hand. As you can see, oil's coming down, so we're going to let that sit and drain for a little bit, and then once it stops, we'll take it off fully. All right, so it's pretty much to a really slow drip now, so we'll go ahead and take the whole thing off. When you do this, make sure that you have a nice tight grip to it. You don't want to let this fall down into your oil drain pan because you'll likely create a big mess. Keep twisting it, and it should come free. Oh, there it goes. And then you'll just want to take it and then pour that out into your drain pan. All right, so we got the old filter here. One thing to take note of is if the filter, when you take it off, does not have this black O-ring, it might still be attached to your vehicle. You definitely want to make sure that you remove this. If you do not, when you go and install your new one, you're going to have two O-rings on top of each other, and you're likely going to have a leak. So definitely go back and make sure that this has been fully removed. So the new filter here has this plastic piece on it. It comes pre-lubricated from the factory, but I don't think it hurts to kind of take some of the oil from the old one and then just rub it there on that O-ring, and it is ready to go. All right, so we got the new filter. We'll go ahead and install it. Just want to thread it on and tighten it down. For this kind of filter, you just want to hand tighten it, so really just kind of cinch it down. You don't want to crank it down with any tools or anything. Once that's reinstalled, we'll just come here and kind of wipe everything down, make sure there's no oil that accumulated here. Looks good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reinstall the access panel. Like I mentioned, there's a tab here. You just want to slide that in. And then there are those 4 10mm bolts. One thing with this is these are plastic that's holding it in, so you don't want to crank down too hard or you could break it. All right, so we are now ready to fill the engine with oil. You're going to need your funnel, and how this works is both ends have threads on it, and you just need to put that down in there. And then on some models, they have this plastic piece, so you just need to lift up and then slide it underneath, and that should allow you to twist that and secure it all the way. There you go. So we're going to fill this with 4.8 quarts or 4.5 liters of oil. I'm going to do about 4.5 quarts, and then once we drive it off the ramps, we will top it off. All right, so that is about 4.5 quarts there. Went ahead and capped it off, closed the dipstick here. All right, so I pulled the van off the ramps. If you are using the chocks behind the back wheels, make sure you remove those. So when you pull this out, you want to go ahead and just wipe it down and then reinsert it. Pull it out. And what you're looking for is you want your oil level to be right in between these two lines. It's kind of hard to see, but mine is sitting about right there. So that's perfect. When I first pulled it out, it was about halfway, but I added a little bit more oil. Now I'm sitting right up there towards the top. So that looks good. So now that that's all done, make sure this is all tight. That's plugged in, and then we'll go and we'll step into the vehicle and we'll go ahead and reset the maintenance reminders. All right, so once you're in the vehicle, you want to go into your menu here and you want to go over to the settings. Then you want to go down to vehicle settings, and you have to hold this one down. So hold the OK button, and you want to go down to schedule maintenance. So there are two reminders for this vehicle. Schedule maintenance, from what I understand, it will remind you every 5,000 miles, and then the oil maintenance will remind you every 10,000 miles. So I didn't mention it earlier, but I change my oil every 5,000 miles. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just reset both of these. And then reset the oil maintenance. And that's that. All right, everyone, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as I mentioned before, I will have links in the description below for all of the products and tools that I use in this video. And definitely, if you found it helpful, please like, subscribe. That definitely helps out. And thanks for watching.